Morning. Welcome to today's live video. My eyeball's messed up. Look at that. Oh, man. Gosh. Try that. Anyway, it happens when I'm a bit tired. Welcome to today's video log. If you're new coming in, like the video, subscribe to my channel to get all my videos, and if you make the bell ring with the all feature, you'll see all the time when I go live, and we can have a chat. Yeah, but I had this cool dream last night, or well, it was probably more like this morning, because I didn't set my alarm clock for 5 o'clock like I usually do. I wake up usually at 5 o'clock every morning, but going to bed last night, and 5 o'clock isn't the time anybody else wakes up in this home. It's just me. So the missus gets up about 6:30, right? Maybe 6 o'clock sometimes. So I set my alarm clock for 6:30, right? Thinking I don't want to wake her up. So I'll set it for 6:30, Anyway, woke up in the middle of the night, like Mrs. went to the bathroom. It was about 4:30. Mrs. went to the bathroom, eyes bursting for a wee. Eyes? What am I, allergy? Eyes! I was bursting for a wee. So I go to the toilet after the missus, right? And then I come back and go, you know what? I'm going to reset mine for 8:30. And then that way I'll wake up whenever I wake up, right? And because I've done that, I had this mad dream. Oh my gosh. It was awesome, but it made me realize something, right? It made me realize something about life, and I'm going to get to that in a moment, okay? I'll tell you about the dream first. So the dream was, I was attending this theater, this cinema, but it was like a swimming baths, So you'd be in the water, and the film would be shown on the big screen over there, and you swim around for the whole as you're viewing it, right? So it's like exercise and watch a film as well, right? And that was it. Anyway, I met somebody there who said, oh, by the way, we're doing this cool thing. We're going on a plane journey, right? They've got this beat up old plane, a big 747, but it's like its last flight. And the thing they do with their last flight is they just allow people to ride on it, right? And then they sort of take it on this crazy journey, right? And you get to feel what it's like to crash without it being dangerous. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, sign me up, right? So I go to this place, right? We board the 747, right? The pilot, the plane never goes in the air. This is the thing, right? So the plane starts to take off, right? And like it's gonna take off, but the back wheels never leave the ground. And he literally does like a wheelie, right, with the plane for a while, and then lowers it down, and then continues to move along the tarmac, but then starts to go like off-road with it, right? And goes down this ditch thing, and you do feel like, this thing's gonna like crash. Like every moment you feel, and you feel like it's gonna crash, but you get the feeling and sensation of it's gonna crash, but you're totally safe. Anyway, it slams down into like this river thing, right? So it slides down into this river and starts to float down the stream, right? And then it at the end of the stream, I mean, obviously this is a man-made stream. At the end of the stream, there's a place where it then comes out onto concrete again. So it's floating around like that, and a plane will float for so long before it floods internally. But this is like for 10 seconds, So this floats along, and then suddenly it hits the ground and then continues on, right? And then it turns the corner, and you do feel like for the split second that it slid down that embankment, that you are like hitting water, and you're like, oh, it's like landing on the Hudson type of thing, right? And then you're floating down, and you have the water splashing up against on the thing. You really think, that this is like it was a crash landing. Anyway, it comes out onto the tarmac and then turns around real quick, and then it's everybody's like, okay, everybody off, right? And it's like a ride almost, but it's like an actual 747, and it's this plane's last flight. Anyway, I was really enjoying this dream, like as I was having it, and I happened to wake up kind of like, and I knew that there was more story to this dream, right? Had I stayed asleep, but I kind of, for some reason, I just woke up like that, right? I think I heard a noise or something, and then I realized it's when you realize you're awake, right? There's that moment of I'm awake now, and that's it. The dream is gone. If I went back to sleep, I would not get back to that dream, So the dream is gone once you're like self-aware that you're awake. And so I was like, well, I might as well get up now. But it made me realize, as soon as I realized that the dream was over and that I couldn't get back to it no matter how much I tried, well, what if I didn't realize I was awake? What if I thought I was still asleep, still dreaming, and I went back to my dream, right? In real life now, I'd still be asleep. I'd have gone back to sleep probably for another hour or so, right? But in my dream, I'd be just continuing this dream, right? And I think this is why people end up getting ill and end up dying, basically, because they have this dream that they really love, right? If you enjoy your dreams more than life, then what's stopping you from, sleeping more and actually dying? Like, if you really prefer to be in the dream state and you try and be in that as much as possible, I feel like you're just walking into a coffin. If I'd have stayed in my dream, if I'd have stayed, like, bear with me, if I'd have stayed in my dream and continued this lovely 747 dream, right? In the real world, I'd still be asleep and I wouldn't have woken up and I wouldn't have, had my drink or interacted with the people who, girlfriend and her daughter. And it would have been a very different morning for me. But I still have had that beautiful dream. But anyway, I woke up and I was stiff as anything. Like, I was like, oh man, body creaking around like a rusty old ship. Honestly, it was worse for me physically to stay in bed than get up. It's like getting up at 5 in the morning and your body is totally awake by 7, as opposed to sleeping in bed till 7 and then waking up and then your body is like, rah, 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 right? It's like, you know what? I think I much prefer getting up early, waking the body up early, and then I'm getting to enjoy the day more, rather than waking up and it's like waking up, and everyone around you is like fully awake and you're like, and it's like, I don't like that. I really don't. And I think it's good not to enjoy our dreams. I think if you enjoy your dreams, you just might as well step in your own coffin and die, because the more you go to the dreamland, the more you're edging towards death, I feel. That's why I feel that when people end up in like a coma or when they're hospitalized and they're just like that, and they're just like asleep, but they're, it's like they're not conscious. I think it's because they're having one great dream and they don't want to leave. There's nothing compelling bringing them back into reality. So they're staying in this dream world and their body is dying, And I think that's the secret, man. That's the secret to life. Don't enjoy your dreams. Like, enjoy them while you're in them for the split second, but then get out of them as soon as you can, because the dream is maybe like the Matrix. Yeah? Welcome to the real world. Anyway, that was it. Oh, my hand's gone to sleep, man. What are we doing today, anyway? So, I've got to go to the work, although I just had an email saying I don't have to be there as long, only by an hour. It'd probably be earlier. I'll probably leave at 3, because I reckon it'll be quiet. Kids going back to school, There's no new films. There's a new film premiering tomorrow called The Aeronauts. That looks pretty cool. Won't mind seeing that. But other than that, it's like, yeah, it's only the cheap day, so people will come because it's the cheapest ticket price day. But until then, I'm gonna play some video games. I'm gonna have my breakfast, but I'm gonna have it as my lunch, because that's got to keep me going till tonight's meal. So I'm gonna go out for lunch in a minute, play some video games, and then go get dressed and go to work. And that's it. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And let me know your dreams in the comments below. What dream did you have last night when you watched this? Put it in the comments below. Let me know. All right. Love you all. Take care. Bye.